¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estamos? Bienvenidos al canal del George Trail. Hoy se va a liar una de muy gorda con Raúl de Mosco EU, las maletas acojonantes, y a Lorri Gombos de Outback Mototech. Nos vemos. Ok, Lorri, ¿qué te cuentas?
Jordi, thanks for the opportunity.
A vosotros.
You're helping us out with your beautiful motorcycle, which we're getting ready for many trips ahead of us. We already outfitted your bike with our Tenere rack. Now it's time to find out about one very important thing. We know the Moscow bags fit, and Rule is going to explain that part. But we want to find out about the RotopaX case, the RotopaX 1 gallon storage unit fitting on the inside of it with Moscow Moto's wedge plate system.
I'm Rule with Moscow Motor Europe, and I'm here to make sure our backcountry panniers are attached to this Outback Mototech rack properly, especially in combination with the RotopaX. And more importantly, to make sure that Jordi tests our amazing bags in the Spanish backcountry. So let's see what we can do here.
So we're going to start with the RotopaX mount that we supply. This is actually optional for standard pannier racks, and it comes with the X-frame as part of the package. But Jordi has a standard frame, and we're using the optional plate. For now, one side is okay because we just need it for the RotopaX. So I'm going to go over there and install the RotopaX mount first, and then we'll try to squeeze in gently the 1 gallon RotopaX fuel storage. Okay, so it doesn't matter if the oval holes on the top or at the bottom, doesn't matter. It's oval so we can adjust the tension on it. So if you want to put more tension on it, we can put it up, push it up further, and then tighten the bolt so it stays nice and tight. Okay, it's also cut off at the edge, so it's bevel edge to pick up the shape of the tubing as much as possible. Start with the top. Now we can start with the bottom. It can be on the bottom, doesn't matter. So I've got the bolts here. I'm gonna thread them in.
Pues el tema está en que, como ya presentamos en el otro vídeo, nosotros montamos el rack estándar sin ningún tipo de acople ni nada. Y en este caso, la gente de Outback han fabricado los X-frame, que es un accesorio que se monta por la parte interior del rack y que está súper bien diseñado. ¿Por qué? Porque tal y como está haciendo Lorri, se pueden montar estas piezas que permiten acoplarlo y ajustarlo según la necesidad.
So it's going to go up here if your RotopaX is on the outside. If your RotopaX goes on the inside, like in this case, then you just put it on the inside like this, facing on the inside, so it can sit flush on top of this, the RotopaX can, and hopefully leave enough room for the Moscow plate, the Moscow wedge on the outside. Okay, so feel free to explain that.
Como os iba diciendo, este sistema permite montar el X-frame, tan igual por dentro como por fuera, según la necesidad. Y en este caso lo haremos por dentro. ¿Por qué? Porque por la parte exterior vamos a montar el kit de Moscow para las maletas, y por la parte interior vamos a montar el sistema de acople para el RotopaX, ¿vale? En este caso, los agujeros ovulados, que son los de arriba, permiten ajustar bien la presión de la pieza, que así queda totalmente fijado, y se puede desplazar tan arriba como abajo según la necesidad y según las herramientas o las piezas que tengamos que montar.
Can I ask you an important question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the fuel capacity on your Tenere 700?
In my 700 now it's 16 liters.
And with this setup, we can actually push it up to almost 20 liters.
Almost 20 liters.
That's pretty decent, huh? So yeah. I'm just going to hand tighten this for now. See, it slides. Obviously, once it's tightened, it's not going to slide. We don't want it to slide. All right, so I think it's best to push it as far back as possible to accommodate the RotopaX can. So I'm going to grab my little Allen key, 4mm Allen key, okay? And this is nice and loose here. Now I want to keep it in this position, so I'm going to and tighten it. Okay, so at this point, I can slide it still. And as I explained, I would like to keep it as far back as possible. So I'm gonna bring it back to about here. And I can leave it in this position. I can leave the bolts just loose enough. And now what I want to do, I'm gonna grab this mounting bracket from RotopaX and bolt it on. And the supplied bolts from RotopaX. And I'm gonna line up the mounting holes like so. Just hand thread. There's no need for tools at this point. We'll only be doing a loose fitting. And this is looking good. It's lined up. And I'm gonna hand thread it in. Okay, so this one looks good. And before we move on, I would like to do an actual test with this base bracket on. So I'm gonna grab the RotopaX, gonna slide it in. Like so. And it's actually in place like that.
Perfect. Flipad. Mirad, hemos podido meter ahí el RotopaX de 1 galón en el espacio que nos queda en la parte trasera del rack, ¿vale? Fantástico. Queda ahí súper bien presentado. Espacio suficiente para que no toque con el basculante ni nada. Y queda de cine.
It clears everywhere. You can explain. There's even clearance here, clearance here.
Si os fijáis, tenéis espacio justo aquí en este punto, que será el más delicado. Espacio aquí arriba. Por detrás queda totalmente protegido y con el basculante. Vaya, que va a quedar espectacular, chicos. Flipad, hemos podido meter un tanque de 1 galón de RotopaX en el espacio que nos queda en el rack, ¿vale? Una pasada. Con ese sistema por dentro, que da un poco de juego según la necesidad, ¿vale? Esto queda montado aquí y nos queda suficiente espacio arriba, en este punto de aquí, que son los delicados, ¿vale? Justo aquí nos queda suficiente espacio y lo mejor de todo, que se puede sacar sin ningún problema. 3,5 litros, casi 4, es verdad, no me acuerdo, casi 4 litros más, porque son 16 litros, ¿vale? 16 y 4, 20 litrazos, mucho gas. Esto está montado, fijado y flipad. Ponemos esto así. Y dentro, 20 litros. RotopaX, además, lo bueno de RotopaX es que puedes poner un tanque de agua. Hay opciones de cajas de herramientas. Esta gente son una pasada, ¿vale?
Y cerveza con limón.
Y cerveza con limón. Perfect. Y para sacarlo, fácil. Sí. Y fuera. Una pasada.
So now that we know that it fits, it's 100% compatible, it clears every part, I'm going to go ahead and tighten the RotopaX mount, our RotopaX mount with the penny racks. I'm going to tighten it into this, I'm going to bolt it into this position and torque it down. Okay, so there will be one more challenge, and that's going to be Roll's job to figure out how to make sure that the pucks that come with the Moscow wedge, they clear this part and also the actual RotopaX fuel storage. Okay, let's tighten this bad boy down. I'm gonna grab the 13mm socket and ratchet. I'm gonna apply some pressure on it, and I'm gonna grab my 4mm Allen key, the ratchet. And as you can see, if you come over here, it actually starts sucking it in. It's aluminum. Okay, so it gives enough, there's enough flexibility to let it suck it in nicely. without doing any damage. Okay, this is good. And then the top one, I'm gonna apply a little pressure like this to make sure that it stays nice and tight, because these are the oval holes and I want to keep it nice and snug. Here too. This is a system we've tested for over 8,000 kilometers now, off-road, pavement, everything, and it's sturdy as anything and it doesn't move. Actually, I don't want to tip the bike over, so it's solid. I'm gonna double check this again. This is good here. Okay, so at this point my job's done. Now it's Rule's job to fit the wedge on this bike and put the cherry on top of the cake.
Tela, estamos liando una aquí que vais a flipar. Imaginaros, el combo perfecto. Las defensas Outback, que para mí son una auténtica maravilla y las he probado bien, además de no lo habréis visto. Estamos montando el RotopaX para añadir 4 litrazos de gasolina y ahora además le vamos a montar unas maletas Mosco, que son... Madre mía, esta Navidad no me porta muy bien, pero mira qué regalazos.
Right. We're here today to see if the Moskomoto Backcountry 35 panniers also work with the Outback Motortech RotopaX mounts. So here we go. These are the Backcountry panniers, left side and the right side. The wedge is included in the bag, so we'll have to remove that first before we can see if we can fit it onto the racks. We have the mounting hardware, so our Moscow pucks, screws and extended washers, and the hex key. Let's see if it all works. So first we're gonna have to remove the wedge. Can be a bit tough, but so that's our Moscow wedge, 45-degree angle. Also, you see a little cutout here. You see that the frame, as we call this, will fall into that. It will click into place. So even without the locking mechanism, it's going to stay in place. Let's first see if we can fit this on this side of the bike. If there's any space.
GoPro, start recording.
So if I hold it here, we can see that through this slot, it's not possible to attach another puck right here. So we'll use these 2 slots and these 2 slots here. We'll try to fix it that way. Also, if I look at the axle, it's in front of the axle right now, so that will also improve the riding experience with the luggage system. So I think that's going to work really well. Let's get some hardware installed and fix it up. Now simply hang it over the top. Put that one down. All right. So by the looks of it, this is going to work just fine. We can clear the cap of the RotopaX. We can clear the RotopaX in the bottom, and we still have support here from the rack for the frame, the mounting frame of the bag. So looks good to me. Let's install the other screws. We put the other 4 screws in now. So what's important, if you look from the back, is that the puck is straight. So it doesn't sit like that or like that, but simply straight, flush with the wedge. Here we go. Backcountry 35 pannier, combination with the RotopaX mount. Simply click it in, and we can lock it up now. Padlock through it. Bob's your uncle.
Together.
Wow.
So you've gained 4 liter, almost 4 liter extra
and 75
fuel
liters
capacity
of luggage.
Yes, so 35 on each side. And let's just talk about some facts here. Rule. The main reasons why somebody should pick this bag. Don't sound too biased.
Don't sound too biased. No, this is obviously a bag designed by people that ride. It's born out of frustration with what was available on the market. They wanted a bag that was tough and waterproof and stays waterproof no matter where you take this bag. So it's actually made out of 2 layers. The outer layer, ballistic nylon. It will take any beating you give it. The inner layer is a separate PVC liner that you can take out as well. And you can make a separate bag out of, again, separate dry bag.
So you don't have to carry the whole thing with you to the 5th floor of your hotel or something.
If the outer bag is completely wet, you can take the inner bag out and take it into your tent and leave the wet stuff on your bike. If it's all muddy, leave it on your bike.
Okay, so this is one very important thing. Jordi, if you use the bag, I lent you my bag because I'm just such a nice dude. Could you explain this in Spanish for your Spanish viewers, please?
Para quien no conozca la marca Mosco, ¿vale? Fabricantes americanos, son bolsas preparadas, pensadas y fabricadas por gente que va en moto, que sabe de lo que va la cosa, ¿vale? Lo han probado, lo han machacado, lo han puteado tanto como han podido, y en este caso han sacado este producto que nylon balístico, esto es indestructible, y además capa de agua interior. Esto es de barco casi, esto no se rompe. Que la parte de fuera está sucia o mojada o lo que sea, se coge esto y se saca, ¿vale? Y esto para la tienda, para la habitación, lo que necesites. Y esto se queda sucio, todo dentro está seco, ¿vale? 35 litros, súper ligero, unos 4 kilos, perdón, por bolsa. Seguras, anclajes increíbles y muchas posibilidades de poner lo que quieras. Bolsas detrás, delante si tienes ropa húmeda, sistema mole, una pasada.
What about the mole system here, if we can, if you don't mind?
So the MOLLE system is there so you can adjust your bags to your wishes. If you have any army MOLLE bags that you want to attach to it, you can do that. We have MOLLE pouches that you can attach in the front, which increases your storage capacity for fuel or water. But if you don't need that, if you're just going for a couple of days rides and you don't need any of that stuff, you leave it at home. So you have a smaller bag, bring less weight. So also on the bottom of the bag, there's a MOLLE panel, like in the front, so you could even attach something right there. Let me just uncinch this. So on the bottom of the bag, we also have a MOLLE panel, just again, so you can attach anything that you would want to attach, that you want to bring on your trip. Some people want to bring a shovel on their trip. You know, everyone is different. You can attach whatever you want.
Para quien no lo conozca, el sistema MOLLE, ¿vale? Sistema americano inventado por los militares, que se puede acoplar diferentes bolsas. Hay gente que lo usa en excursiones, lo que sea. Y tenemos el sistema MOLLE aquí, en la parte frontal, y debajo. Imaginaros que queréis poner algún tipo de anclaje, tipo una bolsa, un pequeño depósito, hasta una tienda, no sé. Se adapta a las necesidades que cada uno tenga y según lo que vaya a viajar o a necesitar. Debajo y de delante el sistema MOLLE.
Explain a few words about this beaver tail.
Yeah, another amazing feature about this bag is the beaver tail. It's a perfect storage place for wet stuff or your flip-flops, but it's also extra protection for the bag, since it's the first point of impact when you put down your bike.
Esto lo llaman la cola de castor, por su forma en este caso, ¿vale? Y es la primera capa de más protección de la bolsa en caso de golpes o cortes o lo que sea, y te permite poner pues la ropa sucia, unas chancletas, cualquier cosa húmeda, y te da un extra de capacidad y para poner los accesorios que necesites.
The back pocket, it's not waterproof. It's an extra storage place for liquids. So we have a fuel bottle here.
Not part of the package.
Not part of the package.
Just to clarify.
No, it's just a great way to separate the liquids from all the dry stuff inside the main compartment. So when you crash and something does break, that everything inside the main compartment is still dry and all liquids on outside of the bag.
Detalle importante, ¿vale? Estas maletas están diseñadas para que la parte trasera, en este caso, puedas llevar líquidos. Esta bolsa no es estanca, ¿vale? Aquí entran los líquidos y en este caso podéis poner otro bote de gasolina, más kilómetros, o cualquier accesorio, digamos esto, aceites, agua, lo que queráis. Pero esta parte, si se lleva un impacto, no va a afectar la parte de dentro, ¿vale? Porque esto queda totalmente aislado.
You're gonna go on a trip.
Yeah. Next, in a couple of weeks, we're gonna do a short trip to Monegros.
Is it short?
Well, not
Short
the
but
mileage.
intense.
Short
Short but
but
sweet.
intense.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's
We-
mostly off-road, eh?
Mostly off-road, about 80%. From Manresa down to Monegros and back. We have a couple of tracks. I have to draw it a bit, but it will be really fun. Hope the weather's good, not too chilly. But okay, we'll have fun for
And this
sure.
will be a good time to test
Good time
out
to
the
test
new equipment.
Everything, yeah. How it feels, how it's balanced. We're gonna full load it, and okay, we'll test it. Try not to crash it, but fully test it.
Isn't that why you have Outback Motortech crash bars?
Outback Motortech. I'm not used to crash, but
Look at the evidence. Uh-oh.
uh-oh.